Good morning, students. Communication Networks, Unit 1, Fundamentals and Link Layer, second session. In the first session, we have discussed about the basics of communication and networks. In this session, we are going to see different types of topology and its advantage and disadvantage, types of networks and comparative study between different types of networks, and wireless LAN, WLAN. Learning objectives, how different types of networks works, LAN, WAN, MAN, along with its advantage and disadvantage, along with the differentiation, wireless network, that is WLAN, protocols. What is a protocol? Protocol is a set of rules defined to construct and work for a network, and different addressing schemes used in the networks based on the protocol. Physical topology. The physical topology of a LAN refers to the way in which the stations are interconnected. The topology is a manner in which the nodes are geometrically arranged and connected. The topology must be flexible, cost-effective, and constructive without any failures. Advantage and disadvantage of different kinds of topology. Bus topology. Advantages: it is easy to configure and maintain, and it is of low cost. Disadvantage: it is not able to manage heavy traffic. Star topology. Advantages: easy to modify the network and troubleshoot. Disadvantage: each device requires its own cable segment, and the central hub failure makes the whole network fails. Ring topology. Advantage: the cable failures can be detected. No one node can monopolize the network. Disadvantage: adding a node disturbs the network. It is difficult to troubleshoot and it is costlier to set up. Mesh topology. Advantage: troubleshooting is made very easy in this network. Disadvantage: difficulty in installation and reconfiguration, and it is very costly to maintain. Next one is the differentiation between the bus topology and the ring topology. It requires a proper termination, whereas the ring topology does not need. Bus topology is a passive network. Ring topology is an active network. Bus topology, there is a loss in data integrity. In ring topology, minimized error during transmission. Bus topology is point to multi-point communication link, whereas the ring topology is point to point. Bus topology is used in large network, whereas the ring topology is used in small network. LAN, local area network. This network is limited to a limited geographical area of less than 5 kilometers. It is a point-to-point communication, and it can be implemented in a single campus or organization. It includes bus, star, and ring topology. The topology, protocol, and medias are used to differentiate the LAN. It has high bandwidth, shared medium, limited number of stations, and peer-to-peer connection. And this is the structure of a LAN. A simple LAN network can be either wired LAN or a wireless LAN. The wired LAN are connected using a cable, whereas the wireless LAN are connected without wires. Metropolitan area network, MAN, larger than LAN, and it coverage is limited to a city, and it has a data rate of about 34 to 150 megabits per second. MAN is designed with two unidirectional buses. Each bus is independent of each other. It provides a high-speed interconnection for the transfer of large amount of data, and it supports IEEE 802.6. Wide area network, WAN. WAN provides a long-distance transmission of voice and data. It covers large geographical area. It is connected using the subnet. All the hosts are connected. The subnet consists of transmission lines, switching elements that connects to transmitting lines. All the WAN use store and forward subnets. The subnets used to store the packets that is being sent on the WAN. WAN use hierarchical addressing. The WAN is nothing but the interconnection of LAN, and it is the best example is our internet. Different organization, our campus network, our private networks are connected to the internet, and it makes a WAN. And this is a diagram showing a WAN network. Then the comparative study between the LAN, WAN, and the MAN. LAN. The LAN is a group of connected computers within a small geographical area, more tolerant, less congestion, used for school and college, hospital networks. Propagation delay is shorter. The design and maintenance is easy. The network ownership must be private. Whereas the MAN, it covers a region more than the LAN, like a city. It is less fault tolerant, more congestion, applied for a small town or a city, moderate propagation delay, difficult in design and maintenance. It can be either a private or a public network. WAN, it covers more area than MAN within the boundary of a country, continent, like internet. It is less tolerant. It has more congestion. It is used for a country or a continent. The propagation delay is long. The design and maintenance is difficult. The network ownership is private or public. Next one is a WLAN. The WLAN is a local area network that uses radio waves as its carrier. The last link to the user is wireless. The access point to the networks provides bridging functions. They have specific interoperability and network hardware. The wireless access point is a small device that bridges the wireless traffic to the network. It supports carrier sense multiple access, which collision access as well as collision avoidance. And this is a sample WAN network. Different devices, a small computer, a smartphone, or any sort of nodes are connected to the backbone network. That is, a WAN implements a backbone network which are connected wireless, and the transfer of data is very easy, and each node is connected to its own access point. The wireless LANs are more effective, and it can transfer the data effectively with minimal loss of data. We can sense the medium, whether the medium can transfer the data successfully. If not, the data can be retransmitted. This is the concept of CSMA/CD. Our next one is the protocol. Protocols are a set of rules defined for a network to be constructed and how the networks works based on these protocols. OSI model, that is Open System Interconnection Model. It includes 7 different layers. Working on from the lower layer, physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. So the lowermost layer is a physical layer. Physical layer helps in the transmission of bits or the signals, and the data link layer helps to transfer the bits as packets of data, and these fragments are being transmitted in the data link layer using HDLC protocol. And third one is the network layer. Network layer provides TCP/IP protocol for the establishment of the connection via the nodes. It provides a path for the data being routed on the network. And next one is the transport layer. Transport layer implements TCP and UDP protocol, transmission control protocol, and user datagram protocol for the transfer of data in the path established by the network layer. And we have now seen through physical layer, data link layer, network layer, and transport layer. Next one is the session layer. The session layer helps in the dialog control. It supports communication, and the packets are being transferred as a message or the data. Next one is the presentation layer. And the presentation layer supports the data to be presented on the network in the format, and it includes encryption, decryption, encoding and decoding techniques to be supported for the data to be presented on the network. It makes the data to be formatted so that the data are transferred effectively on the network. And last layer is the application layer. The application layers brings the user the application to its real-time applications. The user can transfer a file using FTP protocol and upload or download the data using HTTP. It can be a web page. Next one, we can send a mail or receive a mail using SMTP protocol and POP protocol. And these are the protocols used in the application layer. The application layer makes the application user-friendly with the help of supporting protocols. And that's it about the OSI layers. Next one is the we have two different architectures on the network. One is the OSI architecture and next one is the internet architecture. The internet architecture also includes these 7 layers but in a compressed form as 4 different layers. They don't have separation of these 7 layers, but all the 7 layers are packed together to form a separate 4 different layers. That is the data layer, network layer, internet layer and the application layer. And these 4 layers supports all the different kinds of applications and the usage supported by the OSI layers. They also have the same set of protocols defined by the OSI layers for the effective transmission of data on the internet. Thus, the data which we send from one node to the other node, for example, if we want to send a mail or text a message to your friend, these data are being carried out through these 7 layers as the signals, packets, fragments, segments, data, and it is being sent to the application layer so that the receiver could receive the data successfully. All these layers with the supporting protocols support for the effective transmission of data from one node to the other node. And that's all about today's session. Just I will go to summarize the topics which we have gone through. In this session, we have seen the different types of topology with its advantage and disadvantage and different types of networks, a comparison between LAN, WAN and the MAN. And we also came to know about wireless local area network, that is WLAN, and how a WLAN works with a backbone support network, and what is a protocol, and what is an OSI layer, and what are the 7 different layers of OSI layer along with the protocol and the application. And next one, we have seen about architecture. It is of 2 types, internet architecture and OSI architecture, and these architectures support for the effective transfer of data from one node to other. Thank you everyone.